Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Real United States video blog. And I'm your host, Paul Campbell. And once again, behind the camera there is my son-in-law, Chad McMinnis, who's filling in for Beverly, who wasn't able to make it on this trip. We are on the east coast of the state of Michigan in the town of Lexington. Lexington is the sister community to Croswell, the town that I grew up in that we talked about in the last episode. And I did live here when I was even younger, till I was about 10 years old. I lived here, and this huge body of water that you see behind me that looks very much like the Atlantic Ocean is in fact a freshwater lake. This is Lake Huron. Lake Huron is the, third or fourth largest body of water in the world, depending on how you judge size. Lake Baikal in the Russian Federation is generally considered the largest body of water, freshwater body in the world, volumetrically. Surface area-wise, Lake Huron is amongst one of the largest, perhaps second or third. It's about 200 miles behind me at this point to the nation of Canada. So just out there, about 100 miles or so, is the United States-Canada border. I'd like to say hi to all my viewers in Canada, here across the pond. And I don't know if you can really pick it up, but just over my shoulder here, maybe 12 or 15 nautical miles out, there's a lake freighter. The lake freighters carry cargo all the way from the Atlantic Ocean, from around the world up the St. Lawrence Seaway, and up through the Great Lakes to ports in Detroit, Saginaw, Chicago, Duluth, Minnesota. And they can move something on the order of 600 or 700 tons of cargo for hundreds of miles on a single gallon of fuel. It's a very efficient means of transportation. Now, even though this is probably one of the largest freshwater bodies in the world, there is still a situation where we have freshwater diminishing in this area. The lake levels are down several feet from what they were a decade or two ago. The breakwall that I'm standing on actually forms a harbor of refuge, a marina, and this was built, as I recall, I watched it being built in about 1976, I believe, on the year of our nation's bicentennial, by the United States Army Corps of Engineers. All of these huge boulders were brought in on barges and dropped in with a huge crane to form this breakwall, and then the sidewalk I'm standing on was poured after the fact down in between the boulders. And this has been a harbor of refuge for boaters. It's been a great place for sportsmen who come fishing. I've fished here many times with my family. My daughter, Peggy, caught one of the largest fish she's ever caught in her life off this very wall when she was just a little girl. So again, this is part of my life from my childhood and as a young man that I wanted to share with you. And you see it's turned out to be just a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. It's a little choppy, but not too bad. This water can get very, very rough. I've been out on it in a boat and had it blow up on us in a matter of minutes, go from dead flat to a couple of feet of waves. But it is a very, very beautiful setting. Now there is a lighthouse nearby, although it's not really a functional lighthouse. And this is just such a nice place. Again, like so many of these small towns, Lexington is another town that only has about 2,000 people or so. And there's a park here. It's a municipal park. People come down and be able to enjoy the beach and enjoy the water, and without having to pay a fee. This is all free, all provided by the municipality or the federal government. So it's actually a pretty typical thing to have these little parks, especially here along the coastline, where people want to be able to come to the beach. There's easy access to come down and have a picnic, have a barbecue. There's grills and to spend time on the beach, play in the water, fish, boat, whatever. But I've been coming here, yeah, for nigh on to, I don't know, 40 years or so. So I just wanted to share this with you and let you know, yeah, this is the edge of the United States, at least at this point. It's a very important place for me, always has been, and an opportunity to see, well, we have quite a bit of distance between us and our neighboring nations. In future episodes, we're going to be able to actually look across the St. Clair River and be able to see directly into Canada. So thank you for joining us here on the Real United States video blog. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you haven't already joined us, we hope you'll pick subscribe above and join us. And please share this with your friends and family. We always appreciate that. We welcome your comments anytime. We'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And as always, thank you for watching.